it's just fascinating how the Most High works, how he could just blind men. It don't matter what your rank is. That's the beautiful thing about the Most High. It doesn't matter what your rank is or how much you know. When you disobedient to the spiritual father, when you are a spiritual renegade and rebellious towards what the word is saying, the Most High don't respect persons. He'll blind you, and proof of that is Arya and Shaw and Kazak and Yeshaya, just like the envious one is elaborating on. But you fit in the same boat. You fit in the same boat. You're just in a different tier. You're in the same exact boat. You're in the same boat. Because the same way they teaching doctrines or following lies, you're doing the same thing. Any man who teaches that it's okay to watch porn because there's no women, righteous women on earth, which is a lie. But even though we're in a situation that we're in, to teach a man it's okay to watch porn and don't have a scripture to back it up. No scriptures to back it up. It shows that you're spiritually unstable. The same way you're calling other brothers and other groups unstable spiritually, you're unstable yourself, and the men that follow you, they're just as unstable. There's no proof justifying a man watching pornography. There's no grace within watching pornography. And I keep posting it up on the comment board, and your younger flunkies just keep running around it. Check it out. Let's go.
Yeah.
But they are foolishness, and that's why he said the market beast does not have no damn microchip. Because he's a foolish man. He's not a spiritual man.
Exactly.
All he is nothing but an actor.
He's an actor.
Here's a question. And I asked this question before, and the only response I got, the Most High he wouldn't let it go down that way, Ak. He wouldn't let it go down that way. King Tahar said it's not possible. If men in prison were educated and taught the word of the Most High by righteous men, suppose we had a program where men went into prison and educated men within those same facilities, whether it's upstate, down south, wherever. And they learned the gospel, they learned the Old Testament, they learned their nationality, and they were faithful men just incarcerated. And one day, all hell breaks loose, and the white man, the devil, Satan, decides, I'm going to implant all prisoners with the chip. They have no rights. Legally, I'm going to implant all prisoners with the chip. And these are faithful men. You understand? Believing men. Men who accept the truth. Are those men condemned? Are those men done? Or are these same believers in the gospel, in the Son of the Most High, in the law, are they condemned? Have they received the mark of the beast? See, this is why I have the problem with the mark of the beast being the chip, because I see it as a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. You could try to get around it or say, the Most High wouldn't let that happen, Here's another question. Suppose men receive the mark of the beast as unbelievers, and then later learn the gospel, learn the truth, learn the law, learn their nationality, yet they took the chip, but their spirit or their spiritual conviction is towards the Bible and the Most High. Are those men condemned because they took it? Don't make no damn sense whatsoever. Show me in scripture where those men are condemned. The believers and the believers who were forced to chip, and the unbelievers who once believed in the mark of the beast, but spiritually have converted to the laws, to the statutes, to the commandments, to the gospel, to the word of the Most High. Show me that they condemn.
And I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
If the man's eyes is not open, his eyes are open,
That's right.
If the Most High didn't make you a man of the Lord, you ain't a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a man of the Lord. Everyone claims to be this man of the Lord. But yet no one is proving or doing what's required of them of the Lord. Everybody wants to be a man of the Lord. There's going to be a lot of broken hearts in the day of judgment. Check it out.
But going back to the brother that asked that question, whether we should read these particular scriptures, you got to do things in the spirit. We get a lot of documents. We might go on Google or certain books, and you know in the spirit whether that thing is true or not.
You know in the spirit whether that thing is true or not. Let me give you brothers and sisters some advice. Some defensive spiritual advice. Your best defense against anything thrown your way is the Bible. Word for word, scripture for scripture, chapter for chapter. That's your proof. That's your protection against the doctrine of men. Let's go.
That's why you guys shouldn't go, outside of your
boundaries.
Your grade, I would say.
Yeah.
That's why the Most High set up teachers over you, man.
Absolutely.
And the teachers are us, not Ariana, not at this point in time, not Ariana, not Shaw.
He said at not this point in time, because they're under this false doctrine that Ariah is going to wake up. That Ariah is one of the past time prophets of the Most High, Peter or Joshua, whatever they label him as, and that this spiritual blindness is temporary on him. He believes this, but yet cannot prove it with scriptures. But he goes by, it's a spiritual thing, spiritual people can see it. He can see it, certain men can see it, Gabar can see it, certain men can teach it, certain men can't teach it. Well, I tell you.
We can't even find him.
Yeah. We are the guests.
Yeah.
That's why I'm close on this. I'm a little long-winded.
That's all right. Let it roll, brother.
Them guys learn from what was Daniel 11 chapter.
Oh boy. You know what? You brothers, you gotta wake up. You gotta snap out of this. Because it's again, your defense is the scriptures. Like the whole Cornelius thing. Again, it's very simple. And I'm going to show you how they don't use the scriptures. You're just following men and what men say. Now, Tahar himself said, when you go to Acts, the 15th chapter, it says, Simon has declared how the Most High at first did visit the Gentiles, the heathens. They say that these Gentiles are Israelites in the Gentile frame of mind. This is like the fourth time I'm doing this. And I'm going to keep doing it. It says, Simon Peter has declared how the Most High did at the first did visit the Gentiles, which I'm saying they are heathens, which they're saying these are Israelites in a Gentile frame of mind, to take out of them a people for his name, and to disagree the word of the prophets as it is written. After this, I will return and build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles, which I'm saying are heathens, Tahar and this cult is saying is Israelites in the Gentile frame of mind. 17th verse again, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the heathen upon whom my name is called, saith the Lord, who doeth these things, all these things. You understand? So these Gentiles, I'm saying, are the heathens. Tahar, the envious one, is saying that they're Israelites in the Gentile frame of mind. So let's go to the book of Amos, like I've done so many times before. Amos 9, verse 11. It says, in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David, just like it's saying in the New Testament. It says, I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the days of old. 12th verse, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Again, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, which are so-called white people, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Now the envious one says that this is talking about lands, yet he has no proof or no scripture or no history to back up that this verse, Amos 9 verse 12, is talking about lands. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathens which are called by my name, saith the Lord. So Edom, he's saying, is a land, and the heathens is talking about our lands. Don't make any sense to me. But once again, you're following man. Following man.